Greetings, families. Welcome back once again. I hope you are well. I hope your day is good. This video is one of unusual ones. I don't know what to do with this video, but I want to share it anyway. A stone that was auctioned in New York for 5 million was taken from Niger, yes, 2 years ago, to Paris to exhibit it. I don't know how to explain the type of stone that is, but my families, as usual, you will teach me. But the mystery behind this stone that end up in auction that got sold to anonymous, yes, got sold to anonymous buyer for 5 million US dollars is what the government of Niger want to investigate. Families, please listen and watch. Short news, but added another one to it. I'll be back. Thank you for your time.
Meeting in a cabinet session this Friday, the government announced an investigation into the auction in the United States of a giant meteorite discovered in the Agadez region, in the north of the country. The meteorite, which comes from Mars and was discovered in Agadez, is reportedly being sold for $5 million in New York. A meteorite was sold for $4.3 million or $5 million including taxes at an auction in New York on Wednesday, the 16th of July. Measuring 40 centimeters long and weighing about 24 kilos, it is the largest piece of mass ever discovered on Earth. It's an incredibly rare piece of mass about the size of a football that found a buyer at an auction on Wednesday in New York. The meteorite was sold for $5 million, taxes included, 2 years after its discovery by a lucky meteorite hunter in Agadez, Niger. After it was discovered, the meteorite went through the Shanghai Astronomy Museum for identification. This large rock, nicknamed NWA 16788 by specialists, is a microgabbroic olivine chasignite, in other words, a type of rock formed by the slow cooling of Martian magma. Its exact arrival date on Earth is unknown, but given its state of preservation, experts estimate it arrived only a few years ago. As for its origin, it is believed to be the result of an asteroid impact that struck Mars with great force, sending a fragment of the planet into space. After a journey through time and space spanning more than 62.1 million kilometers, the meteorite crashed in the middle of the Sahara, in Niger. After being exhibited at the Italian Space Agency in Rome, then in a private gallery in Arezzo, Tuscany, the fragment ended up at Sotheby's auction house before finally landing in the hands of an anonymous buyer.
We are in 2025. Let's say 2023 is when they took this stone. How did they manage to take it? And I'm sure they took it when they were asked to move, or when before General Abdourahmane came into power, because if he's in power, this will never happen. This is the reason why, some of the reason why they don't want to leave. Right under their nose, they took this precious stone away. This 5 million, at least buy it, divide it into half, give them 2 million, let them build school for these eternal displaced people, hospital, maternity hospital. It will help. But what? Anonymous buyer. And I'm sure this government will make sure that they find out the buyer and how he end up from Paris or from Niger, because this short news did not say how he end up in Paris and then from Paris to New York. This is what was going on before he took power, and many other Africa countries. This is what is going on. They call Africa poor, yet they are stealing, thieves, taking from them things that do not belong to them. I don't have the energy this morning, but I just thought, let me share this video with you. I've added another video because, as you will know, or if you are not aware, this month is exactly 2 years since General Abdourahmane Tiani took power this month, exactly, I think 26, if I'm right, 25th, 26th or so. So, yes, this news is about what was going on, just like what I just shared. That's why I put these two videos together before he took power. Family space, listen to all, and I'll be back. Thank you so much.
For a very long time, Nigerians have endured governance marked by widespread corruption and the squandering of public resources. Predatory networks have expanded on a large scale. Massive embezzlement of oil revenues, questionable loans contracted from China's Exim Bank without parliamentary approval, and repeated scandals in the uranium sector have weighed heavily on the state's finances. In this climate, the justice system remained silent in the face of the big fish, while administrative privileges protected the same high-ranking officials who were implicated. Everyday life for families had become a constant struggle. The collapse of public services, impassable roads, shortages of electricity and water, idle hospitals, schools in crisis, the youth, faced with mass unemployment, saw their hopes fade as growing insecurity forced them to live under the constant threat of armed groups. Thus, on the 26th of July, 2023, a handful of officers from the Presidential Guard under the command of General Abdourahmane Tiani seized power by overthrowing President Mohamed Bazoum and suspending the constitution. From that very first night, the public squares of Niamey and the major cities pulsed with the chants of "Save the Homeland," marking a radical turning point in Niger's political history. As soon as the coup was announced, thousands of civilians spontaneously gathered in front of the presidential palace. And then in every prefecture to show their support for the National Council for the Safeguard of the Homeland, CNSP, and its iconic leader, Army General Abdourahmane Tiani. The popular movement did not waver. Day and night, Nigerians held more and more prayer vigils and called for social cohesion, demonstrating a naive belief in the idea of a saved Niger. On the economic front, the new regime immediately sparked hopes of a reduction in the cost of living. The patriotic movement for serenity and sovereignty thus publicly called on the CNSP and the transitional government to lower the prices of rice, gasoline, and other basic necessities in order to ease the burden on Nigerians who are already suffering. In line with its commitments, the CNSP launched the first reform measures: auditing mining contracts, combating speculation on essential goods, and strengthening the resources of the Anti-Corruption Commission to track down major embezzlement. General Tiani's decisive and impactful action has truly eased the significant burden on the local population, who, for the very first time in many years, now clearly see the tangible possibility of much stricter governance, far less selective justice, and a secure return to safety and stability in their cherished homeland. In the very first week of August 2023, the CNSP announced the termination of 5 military agreements linking Niger to France, covering both the 1,977 technical cooperation agreements and the 2013 agreement, along with their anti-terrorism intervention protocol. At the same time, an ultimatum of 30 to 90 days was issued to all 1,500 French soldiers stationed in Niger, as well as to the French ambassador, to leave the country. This decision was concretely implemented by suspending all flights of French military and civilian aircraft and by blocking land access for the repatriation of equipment, marking a clear break with a presence seen as a remnant of the post-colonial era. On the ground, thousands of Nigerians once again gathered in public squares and major intersections in Niamey and regional capitals to chant France out and celebrate the reclaiming of national sovereignty. For many, expelling the French army represents confirmation that Niger is taking its destiny back into its own hands and no longer depends on a foreign power to guarantee its security. The transitional authorities emphasize that this withdrawal is part of their desire to build an autonomous defense, to fully re-equip and train the Nigerian armed forces at the national level, and to diversify strategic partnerships, particularly with Sahelian countries and sub-regional organizations. By expelling a military presence deemed incompatible with the new political direction, the CNSP is thus taking a major symbolic and practical step toward Niger's full sovereignty. The challenge now is to effectively secure the borders, strengthen counter-terrorism capabilities without foreign drones and fighter jets, and turn this bold move into a lasting guarantee for the country's stability and territorial integrity. The rise of the CNSP to power marked an unprecedented event in Niger's history. Never before had a leader dared to break so radically with the practices of successive regimes by simultaneously tackling endemic corruption, reaffirming national sovereignty, and initiating structural reforms. Under the leadership of General Abdourahmane Tiani, Nigerians witnessed bold decisions being implemented within just a few months. Auditing of mining contracts, crackdown on embezzlement of public funds, withdrawal of foreign troops, and the launch of a vast economic restructuring plan. These measures, unthinkable under many elected presidents, have restored hope to a population long frustrated. By freeing the state from opaque networks of influence and reminding everyone that sovereignty is more than just a word, the CNSP has proven that a change in leadership command must do more than simply swap faces. It can change the very logic of politics. For many, this is the first time they feel they have a state that truly listens to their aspirations, one capable of putting the national interest above all other considerations. The challenge now is to turn this remarkable achievement into lasting progress, to rebuild institutions, strengthen justice, and develop the economy so that the momentum of July 2023 is not just a brief episode, but the foundation of a more stable, prosperous, and sovereign Niger.
Thank you, families, for listening and watching. It's just for us to reflect back to what is going on. And for me, I always say I'm not expert. I don't know a lot about these three countries or any francophone country, because what I don't understand the French. So what's my business? Even the English speaking countries, I don't even pay attention, because my love for Africa to liberate itself has gone long time ago. I'm doing this because of these three countries that has wake many of us up to tell us, yes, there's still hope. It's not lost. There's still hope. And so we should fight for the in future children, if not today's one. And that's why I'm doing what I'm doing, creating awareness, and also doing this documentary that I call for in future those who are coming that do not understand French as well, to know what went or what is going on. Why will you take something that do not belong to you? And even now that we have these three lions, I will call them, or call them what you want, they are still not scared. But then they took it to auction. Well, if I'm the one or the company or whoever is behind it, that thief, yes, let's call it thief, I will call the government and say, well, this thing end up in my hand. How it end up, let's put that aside. I cannot reveal it. It's secret, but I'm going to sell it and I'll give you part of the money. Let them say something about it. But they went ahead as usual, because they think they won't do anything. What would these leaders do? Nothing. They will investigate it. It will take how many years? It will happen. We'll find out what happened. How it end up there. You see, this is the reason why I was sharing one of the oldest videos 7 years ago or whatever. How Burkina stood up and stopped some lorries that has loads in them going outside. And they are saying, look at our road. It's kaput. The road is not road anymore. It's dust. But then you are coming with all these lorries. We don't know what is in them. We don't know what you are taking out. So yes, we are stopping you. We don't want you to go. It was ordinary citizens, young ones, that stopped those lorries. And they were there. They said they are not going to sleep until they move whatever it is from the lorries. Big lorries, I would say articulators. They end up to return whatever it is back. But then some of you are saying, Well, don't share those video. People will think it's new ones, and then they will say the government is not doing well. So I end up deleting some of them. But these are the reason why. Look at this stone. They've taken it away. Because what? Excuse my language. They are stupid. They don't know what it is. Listen to the corruption that was going on. This is history in Niger. But then before, I said before, in other countries, this is the reality of their lives. Today is reality. It's going on right now when you don't care about your people, but you take the money away and give it for free. This stone, whether they pay for someone from Niger, the government, let's say the president or whoever, hand over this stone to them. I can't wait till they update us on it. I'll leave you here, families. At least it has given me energy to do more videos. So I'll be back with more. Thank you so much. God bless you for your time, your support, everything you are doing on this channel. Sharing the videos, like it. They have been seeing comment that they have been deleting the comment. Even the like, they are not like, they don't want you to like the video. Whether they like it or not, we'll keep doing what we are doing. Just share them. Thank you for your time. Thank you for doing that. My VIPs, my kings and queens, my returning families, thank you. God bless you all. I will not waste your time. It's long already. Add your comment if possible. And I hope they will not delete it. See you soon. Bye bye. Have a wonderful week ahead. God bless you all.